What's up, everybody? This is the Minx Show podcast. That beat you just heard is by Murder Megs herself. She just released a beat tape, and I'm really feeling that beat. So, if y'all are interested in reaching out to Murder Megs, make sure you guys check out her Bandcamp page. She was actually our guest last week. Um, she was our guest last week on our roundtable discussion that was just so very successful. And again, make sure y'all cop that. It's very important. And just want to kick off the show with some heat. And if you're feeling Murder Megs and you're interested in the whole aspect of boom bap, she is your gal. So, the title of today's show is Stands versus Trolls. And there's a lot to cover this week. I don't even know where to begin. I'm going to first say this week on Twitter, I actually ran a contest that, I just wanted to try to see if it worked for Twitter. It worked for Instagram. Instagram, we had the Summer Bangers Challenge, which was very successful. We're still getting submissions from that. But, as I sat and I looked at the news publications and I see that everybody is talking about the end of the summer, I said on Twitter, I said, I want to do an end of the summer song challenge. And what the contest was that whoever got the most likes qualified to for the first place person, they qualified for an interview, and then second place, they qualified for an incentive that I just came up with like so quick. I was like, I want to do a editorial, because people they need their EPKs up to date. So if I can be able to help, I was like, let me try to help. So we do have our contest winners, and I'm actually working with them behind the scenes to get them on, get the article done, and as well as getting the interview done. All right, so that's that. However, this contest was very difficult because of the fact that people didn't really understand why I did the contest, and I want to explain why I did the contest. All right. Now, there was one person, we kind of resolved the issue that we had on Twitter, but I just wanted to touch base on it because I do know that there is a trend going on. And the growing trend is, people are saying, oh, I need I'm trying to update my playlist, drop your links and, all that other, you know, strange shit. And in a sense, it's like it's building up their engagement, and it's making it look like, they're getting a crazy reach. And, that was never my intention, and to the gentleman that, he held, we really went back and forth for a good 3, 4 hours just arguing because I feel like, you have people like me who do podcasting, people like me who have radio stations, and, we're trying to give back and do something good for the unsigned community. And then you have certain people who I guess have been taken advantage of in the past, or whatever the case may be, and they just don't trust the process. And I get it. I definitely don't want to invest any money with anybody that seems like they're a scammer. The Mink Show does not do the scam shit. We're not with the scam shit, but this is what it is. So there was a couple of people trying to pull my G card, try to make me feel like I was just trying to, tweak my engagement and having people drop links, and that is in no way, shape, or form accurate. And I'm just glad that I was able to clear that up. So again, we do have contest winners for that. I'm excited about it, and this week I'm going to be a little bit more working with them so I can make sure that everything that we discussed is actually going through. Okay, so that's that. I wanted to all the submissions that we got from that contest. I actually was able to handpick a few of them that I was really feeling. And again, like I said, the purpose of the contest, it was an exercise because the exercise was is that if you are posting a link and you want people to support you, how many people can you get to support you in, even if it was a contest to win a paperclip, would they support you? And my contest winners, one got 80 likes, and then the other one got 100 likes. And I was just so excited because I wanted them to win. What's up, Marlon? Smooth producer Midnight. So it was just important, it was just important to have this exercise because a lot of us artists, we discuss the same things, which is how do we get support? How do we get people to play our music? How do we get people to share our music? Why not start with your warm market? If you have thousands of followers, then thousands of followers should be supporting you. So that's like one of the most important things that artists keep forgetting is that, we you could fake numbers and you can fake in all that shit, but you can't fake engagement, and you can't fake that people are messing with you. People are supporting you, and people are actually, there for you. So it's very important that you guys have to open your eyes and see that, you got to look at who's following you. You got to know who your fan base is. People saying that they rock with you and they're 100% behind you, but nobody is liking and sharing the content. So that's that. So again, shout out to the winners, and we're gonna get into it. Now one of the things that's been going on behind the scenes, I don't know if anybody really noticed. Most people that are crazy about their social media probably did notice it. That there's an issue going on. I don't know if you guys went to the blog recently, but I've been finding a lot of articles of stuff that's going on behind the scenes in promotion and marketing. And these are like articles that you can literally go into Google, type in music business, and hit the news tab and, see these things. But of course, I take the time and the liberty to get that all together for you. So probably, one of the things I noticed is that there's a huge issue and problem with the algorithm of all of these social media sites: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Okay, these are the sites that we as independent artists use to promote ourselves, promote our content, and actually talk to you know, prospective people that we can either collab with or network with. And it just seems like there was a big change. And I knew I wasn't going crazy because even a lot of influencers that I follow who have a large following are noticing that there is a huge change in how our content is being seen. To those of you who are not familiar with algorithms and how that works, I'm just going to break it down to you so simple, okay? If you have 10 followers, okay, if you have 10 followers and you post something, all 10 people are not going to see what you posted. It's just, it's not realistic. Why? Because everyone is fighting for the news feed. Okay, so you may be following 10 people, and then you post something, you post a link to your new song or to your new video, and you notice that only two people liked it. It's not because eight other people are not fucking with your content. It's the fact that eight people did not see it. They didn't see the post. So that leads me to go into the question of, do we tag people? Do we let people know, I got a new song out individually? Or, is there a way that you guys can set up a mailing list? Just pretty much trying to gather the intel, of how do you get everyone to see your post, right? So then you have some of us that sit there and say, let me do a hashtag and, let me do a hashtag. Someone write hashtag rapper, hashtag New York, or hashtag Miami. That's still not working. And this is as of recent. This is as of recent. What's up, Real Lyrics? Um, so we're gonna go into these articles, because then last night I'm sitting there, I'm chilling, I'm watching TV, and I'm just looking at the news on my phone, and I just was like, I knew I wasn't crazy. I'm not crazy. They changed something. They did something. So here we go. We're gonna go into Article One. Okay. Um, it says YouTube has updated. Hold on. Why is this doing that? YouTube has updated its algorithm in July, upsetting many creators. Okay. So I was like, I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not going crazy, y'all. So let's read a little bit of this article. It says recent report reveals YouTube launched a significant algorithm update in July and creators are not happy about it. According to Bloomberg, YouTube updated its algorithm early July to boost the visibility of quality children's content. As a result, some channels received a spike in viewership while others saw a viewership decline. The update is important to be aware for anyone who produces content for kids, okay? I know they're talking about the kitty kids, but this is an issue for the musicians, the vloggers, the people that have music videos that they're trying to put out there because again, people are tagging their videos like hashtag future type beat, hashtag Drake like, it's just their trick they changed the system. So you're not gonna come in a search, you're not gonna come up at on the top or in the middle. They're going to push the Beyoncés, they're going to push the Kanyes, they're going to push all of the people that are celebrities. They're going to push them first because of the engagement on their content. So does that make it fair? Absolutely not. I don't think it's fair. I think it's wrong. I think that if I post a picture or I post a video and let's say 10,000 people like it, and because, you know, some little guy gets 500 views and because he knows a guy, his information is going to come up first. That doesn't make sense to me either. Now, they also did the same shit for Instagram. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Instagram seems a little bit different. It seems very quiet lately. Um, where is it? Okay, here we go. Yeah, so it seems a little quiet lately. You post a picture and you're not getting as many likes as you did before. Um, So they wrote this article the other night. This was the 26th of July. It says how artists use Instagram stories to stay in your feed. See, now artists are desperate because, you know, if you post something and you are looking for engagement in that post, for some strange reason, you will not pop up in the news feed unless you are posting stories as well. So I don't know if you guys noticed, I've been posting stories from actually both of my accounts because I'm like, I'm not used to stories. I wasn't posting stories like that, but it seems like now I have to post stories because that's in order to keep me relevant. So in this article says, spotlight how artists use Instagram stories to stay in your feed. Learn how to maximize stories to get the best engagement. Again, all of these articles are posted up on my Minx, the Minx Show blog. That's on Tumblr. So minxshow.tumblr.com. The Minx Show, I mean. Okay, so it says the Instagram algorithm has wreaked havoc on many feeds, making it harder for brands, artists, and influencers to get the kind of engagement they used to. It doesn't come as a surprise that many users have focused their attention on Instagram stories instead. Consistently posting to Instagram stories, though a great way to connect and engage with your followers, it can also impact the performance of your posts within Instagram's algorithm. This is because the algorithm takes all the interactions you receive on your stories into account. Now, this is very important information, okay, because I've noticed the last couple of days my Instagram stories is public, because obviously I separate my business from my personal. You guys got to do the same thing. But what's up, Chris B? Um, but here's what's happening. I don't know if you guys have noticed, But when you guys are uploading your stories, do you guys actually look to see who's looking at your stories? Because I've been noticing recently on my account, I'm like, who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? I don't know you. I don't do Fashion Nova. I don't do lashes. But these people are viewing my stories. Not that I have, anything to hide. I don't post inappropriate shit like some of these hoes do with the twerking shit. But I'm noticing that, as of recent though, as of recent, this has been going on. All right. Now, I don't know why they changed the algorithms. Okay. I don't know why they changed the algorithms. I'm noticing that this all happened after you know who got the in the prison and he was supposed to be observed and I don't want them to shut down the live. But they changed a lot of things like a lot of ways that we see stories and articles and you know they're just changing a lot of things. So if you look at your Instagram stories, you guys should really start utilizing that shit because if you have, I think it's TuneCore or if you have CD Baby or DistroKid, I think you're able to share your music in your stories. Why the hell not? Might as well, because that's the only way you're going to get engagement now is with your stories, you know? And I said, this is ridiculous. So back to the article. This article continues to go on and say, by understanding how to take advantage of Instagram stories, you can outsmart Instagram's really algorithm, resulting in a greater reach in your audience and spending more time looking at your content. So, that's what they're doing. They are restricting us from allowing us to share content with people that we have organically achieved as followers. You know, it's just ridiculous. So that was from Magnetic Magazine. Learn how to maximize your stories to get the best engagement. This article, before I get into the first song, it says algorithms replaced gatekeepers and lowered the bar on quality. It says the rise of social media has had a massive impact on the art that we see, consume, nah, 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 nah. It says, what was it? Because I wanted to outline. Okay. So it says Instagram and Facebook's algorithms have made sure that this content made it to the top of your feed and got the most views. Marketing savvy photographers saw this and began shifting their style and strategy to coincide. The race to the lowest common denominator was on. Now, many photographers are more interested in optimizing their social media strategy than honing their craft and finding their creative voice. So, again, if you guys are posting pictures on Instagram and they're not high quality, beautiful, crisp pictures, like you can like literally touch it without the grainy, no offense to any Android users, but without the grainy look and, that is not going to the top of the feeds, ladies and gentlemen. They changed everything. They changed the internet overnight, guys. And a lot of people are not aware of that because they're worrying about what the fuck Jay-Z is doing. They're worrying about what the fuck Nicki Minaj is saying. This is what's happening. They have totally changed the internet under our noses, and the information is in the news. So people can't sit there and say, "Oh, I didn't know that this happened." It's happened. It's happened. Okay? So again, I've said to myself this week, I said there were people hitting me up and saying, Minx, I haven't seen you on Instagram for the last couple of days. I was like, I'm on Instagram. What do you mean? Oh, I haven't seen your posts. That was the first sign. I said, you're not seeing my posts? What does that mean? I don't know. So this is something big that's going on, guys. Like you guys have to, you know, get in front of the eight ball and figure out how to make these new algorithm changes work for you because I had services that I was paying for that was helping me manage my Instagram. That's a dub. I'm still waiting for a refund. You can't use no services no more. Kicksta and shit like that does not work anymore. A lot of people don't know this, and Kicksta won't tell you. Kicksta will not tell you. They'll take your money though. These hands. But it sucks. This is what's going on. So, anywho, During this week's contest, we had a lot of submissions, and a lot of the submissions that were sent over, you know, they were pretty dope. I mean, I would say my biggest complaint with a lot of artists today, my biggest complaint with you guys is that your quality sucks, not the content. I don't care if you do a song about, running through the fields and trying to get some cotton candy. But if it sounds like you recorded it under a bathroom sink, nobody's going to care. Um, and I hear a lot of great songs. A lot of people send me a lot of great songs. And it just takes away from the experience when you don't focus on your quality. I mean, it's not even the fact, can we hear you? It's the fact that the mix, like, y'all really got to get on the mix. Find an engineer. Find an engineer that will bring your song to life. Don't be afraid to spend money on that. An A&R will turn you away quickly and will not hear anything else you have to send. You guys have to really get on that because, Minx cares. I'm not saying that my shit is mixed by, the greats, but you can hear it. The music is not overpowering the vocals. The production itself is not overpowering each other. Like the kick is not higher than the snare, and it's just very important that you guys have to really care about what you're putting out there because you don't want to get into these fights online with people telling you that your shit is trash because it may not be trash. It's just that you need to find an engineer that knows what the fuck they're doing. Okay, so I say that out of trying to respect everybody because you know I'm not playing songs on my show that the sound is wrong. I'm not going to do that. I will never have any viewers. Um, but I will tell you behind the scenes, I don't come publicly to humiliate anyone to say, your mix is horrible. So a lot of people that I've spoken to behind the scenes, I let them know if you need a mix or mixer or whatever, I know the right people that can help you. But this track right here was submitted. Okay. Okay. So this song is called "Levels to Love" by Rel Gouda, Mike Rose, and Shownuff. All right, so we're gonna get this on, and again, this was one of our contest submissions, and I thought the song was pretty hot, and we're gonna get this on for you guys, and this is New Music Friday hashtag, and here we go.
He can't love you like I can, baby. Oh, he can't love you like I can, baby. Baby, forget about the man. He don't really understand. United we gon' stand. You're my number one fan. Now let me love you, girl. Tonight I'm gonna love you, girl. Baby, forget about your ex. He don't treat you with respect. Talking, see you on your flesh. Do anything to make you win. Now let me love you, girl. Tonight I'm gonna love you, girl.
Hey, I know you've been hurt in your past life, but all wound gotta heal. You can't find your future in the past, right? So let me tell you how I feel. I know that the man did you wrong. He leave and he don't come home. He had you steady calling his phone. He's trying to figure out where you went wrong. But see, it's level to this love, baby. And you just need to live a love. And you can be my time on your tip, baby. And we ain't never breaking up. I wanna show you a little light. Put a little spice in your little life. See here, bell pepper, I'm your jalapeno. It's crazy how I really dig your demeanor. You the better bitch, I ain't talking Trina. You need to lead a boy, girl, get a man. Loving you is part of my plan. Girl, I'ma be your number one fan. I run it, don't let you run through the bands. And I never put my hands on you. Cause it's something that a man don't do. But if I ever get my hands on you,
Forget about the man, he don't really understand. United we gon' stand. You're my number one fan. Now let me love you, girl. Tonight I'm gonna love you, girl. Baby, forget about your ex. He don't treat you with respect. Talking, see you on your flesh. wax that body. Now toot it up and I'ma wax that body. She throw it back and all like, yeah, I got it. Over coasting, rolling, overdosing, dipping in that magic potion. And I leave it swollen, no joking, from the night to the morning. And when I leave, she calling me back to come put it on her. And I put it on her, make her forget about the other man. Cause it can't do it like Roberta can. Girl, I respect you, you know where we stand. You my number one.
Baby, forget about the man. He don't really understand. United we gon' stand. You're my number one thing. Now let me love you, baby girl. Tonight I'm gonna love you, girl. Baby, forget about your ex. He don't treat you with respect. Talking see you on your face. Do anything to make you win. Now let me love you, girl. Tonight I'm gonna love you, girl. Listen, that nigga can't do you like I can. I'ma make you feel special. He can give you the world, but I'ma give you that and a little more extra. Me and your ex, we different. He just wanna see you cry. I don't wanna see you starve. See, I ain't gon' feed you the lies. I can see us in the room with the blunt lit. Lights off, music up with the bass down. Grown man shit tryna set the mood right. Got my arm wrapped around your waistline. I can tell by the way you kiss me. You ain't really got time for the playtime. If you throw it at me, we can win the ball game. All you gotta do is let me go baseline. We ain't got to go to the club. We can stay home and be chillin'. Watch us a movie or something. Even get drunk if you willing. Know that this love is the love. I hate when I get in my feelings. Baby, we got history together.
All right.
Ever since school, we been dealing.
I like the I heard it, I like it, you know what I mean? I just miss the singing, you know. We all miss the singing of music. Shout out to 759 on the check in. Thank you. 759 who also dropped her beat tape. She was on our panel last week. We're going to definitely have another panel discussion as well. So again, the only thing I thought was a little bit off about that was that kick. I mean, the kick was a little bit too bassy, and it just felt like it was like too, I would reach out to the producer and I would let the producer know just to, turn down that frequency a little bit because that was a little bit too hard. But I hear the potential, and again, this is the songs that were submitted. And 759 said he can actually sing no auto tune. Yes, he got them vocals. But that kick was killing me a little bit. But it doesn't take away from the experience, and I that's my little gems that I like to find when people submit music and I hear it. I'm like, yo, this is actually kind of dope. So again, that was Show Nuff, Levels to Love, by D Black featuring Rel, Gutta, Mike Rose, and Show Nuff. So thank you so much for that submission. It was definitely dope. So now we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into the Stan discussion. 759 came in at the right time because we didn't touch that yet. I was waiting for you to peek in. I was waiting for you to come in, girl. All right. So we're going to get into the Stan discussion and troll discussion because it's very important that this needs to be talked about. Now, I know in season 2, we actually touch based on stans and why they are horrible for the culture. But the other night, I did not have an idea for the show. I actually have a text message from my cousin. He was like, you got any, interviews scheduled, or, what's the plan? I'm like, I really don't have an idea this week. I was like, I'm about to just say F this week. We gonna go another, take a break for this weekend. But then it hit me. Now, if you guys remember, a couple of weeks ago, I had my homie Ben from 24/7 Hip Hop News. He came on the show to talk about his book that he's releasing. And he tweeted something that was very interesting that stood out to me. And the tweet was basically saying, I didn't have time to get the tweet, so excuse me for being unprepared for that. But I'm going to tell you why I came up with the show content idea today. So Benjamin Einfield posted something about Nicki Minaj, like we all do. We're not allowed to talk about Nicki, God forbid. But he posted something about Nicki, and the Barbs came for him. And he said something that really was true. And he said to these barbs that this whole stan culture shit, it, it's like a deterrent for the celebrities that are around. You know what I mean? Like basically stands, trolls, whoever, that whole culture, it deters your fave from getting work. It deters your faves from being able to post anything online, and it actually hinders them from being able to work because if an artist is popular and they have a fandom that is like insane, and that person decides that they want to go do a meet and greet at a mall, that ain't going down. So now you're fucking with their papes. You're messing with their monies. Okay. Now we'll talk about Nicki Minaj, but I'm not going to talk about her in a negative way because I definitely don't care about her personal life. I don't care what she does with herself. But I will talk about her fan base. And her fan base, I believe, should be labeled as a terrorist organization. As ridiculous as that may sound, I will say why. I have watched these stands, Barb's, Beehive. I don't know what the name is for the K pop folks. They go to the extreme. And when I say the extreme, they go through levels of literally threatening people online because you disagree with them. And they're just so scary. It's like you can't have an opinion. You can't say I prefer apples to oranges because they're going to say, well, why don't you like oranges? It's because you're ugly and you're this and you're that. And it's like they're just so hell bent on pushing their agenda. Okay, great. That's your favorite artist. Congratulations. Is your favorite artist in their mansion? Do they have a room for you to spend the weekend? Do they pay for your tuition for school? Do they put your kids through school? What is the purpose of going so hard like that? And there's been certain times that I've seen people go in and they go hard for no absolute reason. And the next thing I know, you can't get these people, like you cannot get these people blocked. Like I don't do the blocking shit. I think that that's cowardly. If you come for me, you're going to finish this argument, even if it takes days. I'm going to finish this argument because you shouldn't have at me. You shouldn't be in my comments. You shouldn't be bothering me. You know what I mean? If you have the balls to at somebody or write in the comments, then you're going to have the balls to finish this conversation. Is your fave going to thank you for going to bat for them? No. I'm like, you guys are literally a street team that doesn't get paid. It's just weird to me. You're a street team that doesn't get paid. You're a street team that goes so hard. You don't get free tickets anywhere. You don't get you just what sense does it make? And then on top of that, they go even deeper. They find out where you work. They find out where your parents work. I know you guys probably have heard this already, but it's like who goes that hard? That you gonna call up my job and say some dumb shit because I don't like your favorite new song. What people have to understand is the difference between being a hater and a person that just genuinely does not like your favorite shit. I mean, some people like to put ketchup in the refrigerator and other people like to put ketchup in the cabinet. There's really no debate to be had. That's your personal preference. But why are we on social media getting on people about their personal preferences? Like this makes no sense to me. If if someone doesn't like something that I like, then you just don't like it. Or what I've really started doing is that if I don't see something that it just, I've seen girls, you know, the barbs, They go to these, they search for the person's Instagram and they find a bad picture and they sit there and put it as their profile picture and they all sit in tee and all this bullshit. How is that not internet terrorism? This stan culture is sickening. And I entertain the bullshit because the one thing that a lot of people are not going to tell you, stands and barbs and beehives and all of you guys, the one thing that they will not tell you is that you look crazy defending someone who doesn't know that you exist. You look crazy going in, disrespecting people, and you work at fucking Applebee's. I mean, no shade to anybody that works at Applebee's, but come on. Your favorite celebrity does not know you exist. They don't care if you exist. You know what they care about? Your money. They care about your money. They care about the fact that you bust your ass crying and creating Instagram accounts and creating Twitter accounts just to attack people. That doesn't give you any more points for your favorite celebrity to give you a pat on the back. You look mentally ill, and now they changed it because I'm a person that, I don't do the snitching shit, but you want to come for me on my page, I'm going to report you. I'm not blocking you. I'm going to let Twitter or Facebook or Instagram decide if you're violating the rules. Because one of the major rules that they have on these social media sites is that you cannot impersonate a celebrity, you cannot impersonate anybody, you must be yourself. Okay? I used to be able to successfully get any stand suspended, right? Based on the one clause, and that clause was you are impersonating a person that is not you. You can be a fan of Megan Thee Stallion and come for me, but if you don't have a profile picture and your profile picture is Megan Thee Stallion, guess what? You're impersonating Megan Thee Stallion. At that point, your whole account should be deleted because that's the terms and conditions. But let you go online and go back and forth with a racist or back and forth with a white supremacist, and you are black, and you make a complaint against them, for some strange reason, we're getting reported, right? And we're getting our accounts suspended and we're getting our accounts restricted because they don't really see a need to go in and look at their own setup. I mean, y'all need to really get it together, social media, because I'm getting really tired of social media at this point because I don't get how if you don't curse, if you don't use belligerent tones or you don't use belligerent wordplay with these folks, you're getting restricted. That's what I don't get. And there's a lot of stories going around. I'm like, is social media really free? Is it really free? I think they need to go back to charging people for social media. To be honest with you, like the AOL days, you know what I mean? What was it? MSN. Remember you had the little CD that came in the mail and then you go ahead and you put it in your computer and it gave you the internet. I really think that people, they need to charge people for the internet because if you're broke, you can't get online and talk shit about nobody. Okay? If you can't afford to get online, then that I miss. That I miss. I think they need to do that. They need to put, instead of changing up these algorithms and trying to make it where it's not fair for everybody, what they need to do is just charge everybody. Boom, $9.99 a month. If you can't afford $9.99 a month, then your ass can't get on social media. Your ass can't get on the internet unless you're looking up educational tools, and that's it. But this stand culture, it's just it's beyond ridiculous, and a lot of my friends tell me, I know that 759 this week, encountered one of these crazy mofos, right? And wasn't even talking to her. And this chick went ham. And when I see that some of my Twitter friends in the Twitterverse or in the Instagram land, if I see that there's a little strife going on in the comments, I observe because I'm that person that's going to jump in and be like, "Yo, you ain't going to curse both of us out. You don't have that much energy. By the time you're done with me, you're going to have carpal tunnel." Okay? I don't let it die. But my friends do tell me all the time, they're like, Minx, why don't you just let it go? Like, why do you even go back and forth with people? There's two reasons. Reason one is that you should have never came for me. You shouldn't even be in my comments. You shouldn't even be speaking to me. That's reason one. Reason two, I am a very combative person when I am right. Okay. I am a very combative person because I am woke. And again, I entertain the bullshit because this is entertainment. Okay. People that are woke, we know the difference between entertainment and we know the difference between when it's time to switch on we woke shit. You know what I mean? You have people that are like they are literally engulfed in the entertainment world and you're like, dude, really? Why? Why the fuck do you care so much about these celebrities that don't know you exist? Why? I think it's something strange, especially like it's like a shifting, like a shift, right? So it's like one week, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but whenever something happens in politics, the entertainment shit goes up. It's never an evil plane. It's never like, okay, there's some political crazy shit going on, and then okay, now there's just some crazy shit going on for the entertainment world. It's never that. Dan says everything's a show to them. Of course. Of course. So Donald Trump says some dumb shit, and then now, okay, Nicki Minaj is on the Joe Budden podcast. And then it's like, okay, they're talking about this Jeffrey Epstein shit. Okay, now we're going to talk about Jay-Z partnering up with the NFL. All of this stuff is, it's puppet shit. Okay, I'm not gonna even get too deep about it because that's gonna be another podcast. Okay, I want to talk to my woke and conscious folk. Okay, but this is what's going on. So whenever there's an entertainment headline that's going on, you gotta automatically click that and look at the politics, look what's going on in the laws, look what's going on that no one is talking about. Like nobody knew this past week that ICE in New York City went to a homeless shelter and tried to round up people. Why? Because Cardi B sat down with fucking Bernie Sanders. Cardi B is from the Bronx. That's a hashtag, right? So you type in the Bronx and then you're not going to find the story about ICE terrorizing people that are already down on their luck. So again, it's okay to entertain the bullshit. You can watch reality shows. I ain't judging you. I do too sometimes. But you have to understand when to switch that shit off because there's stuff going on and it's real life shit going on. And a lot of these celebrities are being used as a political tool. And I ain't buying it. I'm not buying it. It pisses me off that people are not waking up to the realities of shit. And it just doesn't make any sense. But I do want to talk about trolls as well. Artists that are trolls. Okay. It doesn't work for everybody. Misdirection. Absolutely, Dan. It doesn't work for everybody, the troll shit. I mean, it worked for Takashi 69. I get it. If you're going to be a troll, you have to remember one thing. And I told a friend, I told an artist this earlier today. If you are a troll, and you guys can post this into the SoundCloud groups and all these other groups that are online. Being a troll online and tricking people by writing some dumb shit to watch your videos or to listen to your music and to get into, because I'm a part of a lot of, on Facebook, I'm a part of a lot of groups, and you see somebody post some dumb shit like Tupac was trash. So what's going to happen? You guys take the bait. You take the bait. Tupac is trash, man. Fuck you. I'm going to listen to your music. Oh, now they're getting the stream. But do you realize that works for month one? What about The other 11 months, that means you have to be a consistent troll to keep up your streams. You're not retaining a fan base that way. You're not, it's just not, it doesn't make any sense. So, trolling, chasing clout, arguing with celebrities, it doesn't work. I can be a troll. I can talk shit about Nicki Minaj all fucking day on Twitter. People can go and I can get hundreds of streams. I can sit back, oh, yeah, yeah. But now I gotta do it the month after that. And now I gotta do it the month after that. And the month after that. Because I did not retain a fan base from that. So it may work for some people, but it doesn't work for all. So I don't understand why you guys seem to think that this trolling shit is working. It doesn't work for everybody. So that was one of the other important things I wanted to cover because eventually you have to realize if you say that someone like I saw the other day Biggie is trash, that's why he's dead. 113 comments. And I'm like, Dan says I'm the best rapper, prove me wrong post. Yeah, like what is all that about? That's look, I'm old school. If I wanted to show you I was the best rapper, I was dropping a diss track, okay? We were dropping diss tracks. Like, people didn't even see it coming. They didn't even see it coming. You just found out there was a diss track about you. And then you're like, oh, word? Then you go to the lab and you put your ideas together and then you drop a diss track and now everyone's just going like, oh, okay, all right, okay, all right. We got to get back to the basics. If you want to prove that you're the best, prove it. But this ain't the way to go because now you just look pathetic. Now, I have seen people on Facebook. Dan says, I hate them now. I can't stand them. And that's the same thing with these what's up, McCole? Um, these the same thing with these people that are stands. You know, you're an artist. You say something about something in hip hop, and somebody comes and they say you're a hater, and you're like, I'm not a hater. I just don't think that that song was put together right or marketed right, or whatever the case may be. And they're like, that's why you'll never make it. So now you're like, okay, well, congratulations. You know, thank you for saying that. Oh no, your music's trash. I went and listened to it, and you look and you're like, okay, but then they don't realize that they're helping you. That's why I don't like to block these people. I let the argument fizz out. Okay. And there's rules to that shit too. Because if I'm arguing with you and we're going back and forth and then you stop talking and come back an hour to continue, you lost that fight. I'm sorry. I'm still going. I'm still going. But when people say like your music is trash, don't get offended. Don't get hurt. Don't get in your feelings. Just know you're gonna get some streams out of this. So you're gonna have to work for it, honey. What you have to do, first and foremost, here's some rules to this game, to the troll game and to the stand game. I promise you, if you encounter a stan or a troll and they say that your music is trash, all you have to say to them is, oh, I'm monetized. I'm good. Then they're going to say, oh, well, you only got one stream, because I've seen this a lot. You only got one or two streams. You ain't popping. Okay, well, I'm still getting paid. Let them keep going back and forth if they want. Get them to curse you out. Because what happens is that when they curse you out, automatically terms and conditions have been violated, honey. You're not going to get me suspended. Is it worth it? I don't like to argue. I don't like to argue with people, but this is the Minx Show podcast. How would I have a podcast if I don't talk to these creeps? How would I have a podcast if I don't talk to these losers? These are the people that want me to name drop. These are the people that want me to mention them. These are the people that are chasing clout. These are the artists that sit and they look at my bio and they're like, this bitch got a radio station. This bitch got a podcast. I'm gonna fuck with her. And I'm going to get my song played because I'm going to say that her music is trash. And I'm going to say that her podcast is trash. Trash. And I'm going to get her mad enough. And what she's going to do is that she's going to say, "Fuck this person. They said my music is trash. Now listen to their shit and tell me if it's trash." No, honey. You're not getting a stream off of me. You say my music is trash. That don't warrant for me to listen to it. I won't listen to your music if you tell me my shit is trash. That's just, you're not going to get a free stream out of that. So y'all need to stop doing that too. Y'all need to stop doing that. Someone says your music is trash, just smile and say, "At least I'm monetized." That shuts them up. "Well, you ain't making no money, but I have publishing." That's what we do here. That's what we do around here. We fight hate with love. I don't fight hate with hate. I don't have time to hate anybody. I'm here to run a business. I'm here to do a podcast. And I'm here to just share information and work. And you get these stands and trolls that want to be in your comments and talk shit because they're upset with their own personal life. They're upset that they didn't get a chance to do their dream or even achieve it because they probably had parents that told them that you're never going to amount to shit. They hate us. These people hate us because we did not want to conform and work a bullshit job. Well, some of us work bullshit jobs so we can fund our dream. But don't let these people get you under your skin, and don't let these people get you out of your character. Because people are always watching, darling. I just said earlier in the show. Post up a story. Post up your album art and tag me. Post up your album art. Tag me. Show me who saw it. It will be nobody in your fucking friends list that's going to see that story. It's going to be people that you've never seen in your life. No one understands why this is happening. I ain't complaining though. I got a couple of blue checkers that, which was strange. I just posted it earlier. I was like, I had a Grammy nominated producer that liked two beats on my Instagram that I posted a video for. And these were not even beats that I was proud of. I just was like, yo, this is what I'm working on. And I look at the notifications. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And I look and I said, you got to be kidding. You got to be kidding. I go to the website because, a lot of people can fake that shit. I go to the website. I'm like, this dude produced for Ricky Martin? Leona Lewis? Why the fuck is he on my page? And I know what you're thinking. Why the hell would you doubt yourself that you don't believe that a Grammy nominated producer would actually like your shit? Are they watching? Are they lurking? Are they really supporting? Because this person's Instagram page is private. So, y'all gotta really use these algorithms the way they have changed to your benefit. Post more. Don't tag nobody. Fuck tagging people. They're not gonna see it anyway. Just post. And that's the memo. Um, I'm gonna get a song on. I don't want to talk your ears off. Okay, so this song right here, I was really feeling. Okay, this was part of the submissions that were submitted for the contest this week on Twitter, and this is Swish. That's what he goes by, and the song is called Crossroad. Like I got excited real quick. I was like Crossroads. See me at the crossroads. Like I thought it was gonna be like that vibe, but it was similar. We had 100 and something, I forgot, submissions this week for that Twitter contest. And again, I was cherry picking, but I did find a couple of good songs, and we're going to get this one on. Again, this is Swish with Crossroad. And this is on SoundCloud.
It's my birthday and I'm on a roll. People asking me questions like I'm a crystal ball. Like how you feeling when really I feel nothing at all. Ain't feeling older but wiser, so I guess I've evolved. Like menopause, so I had to stop the bleeding for y'all. Like marathons, too much talking and I ain't running on. We celebrating, so baby, just don't forget to pour. It's my birthday, she told me that she wanted it raw. But I ain't falling for anything that she got in store. She tried to kiss me so swiftly, I got out of her claws. That way, that spliffy, that sticky, trying to get right above. A little higher, don't matter, I'm feeling like a dove. I see I'm pre in the season, now they showing us love. When we was over here bleeding, they wasn't showing up. And now I got that sativa, they wanna roll it up. If I don't call you my people and you don't get a puff, you out of luck, bro.
Okay, yeah. So that was just an intro, but that's what he submitted, and the song was called Crossroad. All right. So I thought it was kind of dope, and sometimes you just need a little bit, just a little sprinkling. I really think you guys should be working on getting like a 30-second snippet together of your music because sometimes that's all you need to just say this is hot. Um, so that was dope. Okay, so we have I don't want to sound like a effed up person when I say this, but it's the truth. And I know you guys thought it. So don't judge me. I'm not a hater. I don't hate artists. I don't hate what y'all do. I don't judge y'all. I respect everything y'all do, but I got a little issue with this. Um, so for some reason, this was a headline, which I noticed, Chance the Rapper was on one of those annoying morning shows that I can't stand. Um, but apparently Chance the Rapper hit 1 billion streams on SoundCloud. And I know a lot of you guys are like, fuck SoundCloud. Like, what? A billion streams. And my question is, and I hate to say this again, but I'm gonna be honest. Are people really listening to Chance the Rapper like that? I mean, I probably heard maybe one or two songs. I'm not really like crazy about his music, but I do respect and admire his hustle. Um, but a billion streams, a billion streams. I don't know if that's across one song or across the channel. But it says Chance the Rapper hits 1 billion streams on SoundCloud. The artist was presented with a plaque to mark the milestone backstage of his Good Morning America concert series performance. That's what it was. It was Good Morning America. Can't stand them. It says the plaque was presented by the SoundCloud's global head of artist relations and label services, Lisa Ellis, which we did talk about Lisa Ellis a couple of episodes ago. It says the Chicago born artist's first upload to the platform was 8 years ago and taken off his 10-day mixtape. He recently debuted his album, The Big Day, which started out at number 2 on the Billboard 200. Um, that's all they wrote. Congratulations, Chance. Congratulations, 1 billion. That's effing dope. But I don't really see people really talking about his music like that. Like, I don't hear him on the radio. I don't listen to the radio, but when I do listen to the radio, I don't, you just hear the usual, Cardis, and you don't really hear Chance the Rapper on New York radio. So, I is it authentic? I hope. But I don't know where the hell, like, where are people still using SoundCloud is, at that point, because I'm a person that believes in trying to figure out what's the best website. Obviously, if you're getting a lot of plays on SoundCloud, um, congratulations. I would stick with it. Monetize it, stick with it. Don't head over to Spotify land and all these other places because everybody has it. I'm noticing that there's a big return of Bandcamp. Um, I just, I don't know what to think about that. But a lot of people are against SoundCloud. They think that SoundCloud is for like the young kids. But if this is how people are discovering music, I think people need to step away from the the entire thought. Because I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. What difference does it make if your music is on Spotify, if your music is on Apple, if your music is on Deezer, if it doesn't matter if you don't have your publishing together. So what difference does it make if it's on SoundCloud? You ain't getting paid either way because you don't have publishing. You're not registering your music. You're not going to Nielsen SoundScan. You're not doing nothing. You just putting your music in the stores. And like I explained to a couple of artists, in a conference, and it seems like this is the same conversation that I have in every single conference call that I have. It's like, what difference does it make if you don't have publishing? First of all, fuck the publishing shit. Is your name copywritten? I posted that also on my blog. I posted the go-to on how to get your name copywritten. So I mean, let's take a walk down here. I mean, artists. This is from the USPTO, which is the United States Patent and Trademark Office, right? There's a page, musician and artist's profile. So if your name is not trademarked, if your name is not copywritten, I mean, there's like a walk in the park that you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta when you say I want to be a little trash can, you need to go and trademark little trash can. Okay, because there could be little trash can out in India. There could be little trash can out in Alaska. They could have their shit together. You don't. Now you got to change your name, which I've seen a lot of artists have to change their name because they don't legally own it. And there's what was it? Takashi 69 doesn't even own his name, and that was his street name in the hood. Takashi 69. I'm a rapper. Ah, but Takashi, you don't own your name. Your label does. So anything you breathe on, anything you touch, the label gets the cut. You don't, because you don't even own your name. But putting that aside, if you don't have publishing, it doesn't matter if you put your shit on Apple, Tidal. It doesn't matter because there is no company that's going to come and say, hey, wait a minute, that shit was on YouTube. Give it to me. That's ours. That's our client. Thank you. And artists, and I know a lot of artists, like they send me music. I play it on the show, and for weeks, I don't hear nothing. I don't hear nothing from YouTube. YouTube don't hit me up and say, oh, well, there's a copyright strike because you played a song. I'm like, this artist doesn't have publishing. This artist didn't properly register the song, but it was a Spotify track. But I give you guys the courtesy. I actually send out an email. I'd send out email blasts like, hey guys, I'm just letting you know that, I played your song on my show and I got an email and basically you're not getting paid. That's my receptionist voice. Don't laugh at me. But this is what it is. This is what's going on. How are you walking around chest poked out, racks on racks but you don't have publishing? You look stupid to me at that point. All these artists, oh, I charge 500 or whatever, like this new trend that's going on. I charge 500 for features. I don't give a fuck if you charge $500 for features. Do you have publishing? I don't care if people are asking me recently, can you put your beats up online? Can you do features? Can you do this? And I'm like, yeah, I will work with any one of you. But is your publishing today? Is your publishing working? Are we doing split sheets? Like, how are we doing this? And they're like, what? What's publishing? I have TuneCore. TuneCore is not publishing. ASCAP, BMI, CSAC. He says, are they getting that VMI ASAP check? Dan is hilarious. It's true. Why would you charge as a producer? This is how I work. I don't know how other producers work and I don't give a fuck how other producers work, but as a producer, if you have publishing, I don't really feel that I have to charge you to work with me. I feel like if you have publishing and you promote the song and I promote the song and you get the streams and I get the streams, we are both splitting it down the middle. Why would I charge you for a feature? Okay? That doesn't make sense. That's not smart business. He says, "You know my computer trip and you know what I meant." But it's true. It's you guys have to get that together. Fuck everything else. Who cares about your sneakers on Instagram? Get your publishing together. If you need information on how to set up your publishing, Google is at your fingertips. If you want to take the extra route and reach out to me and say, Minx, I don't know how to go about doing it. Can you help me? I can definitely point you to the right direction. Is it free? It's not free. You're becoming a member of a publishing company. He says, money, got to get that VMI ASAP, money, or at least get a label or manager who can handle the business part. Thank you, Dan. Hold on, let's show everybody that comment because it's very important. Did the comment pop up yet? Oh, come on. Oh, this thing is so slow. Oh, here we go. Okay, it says it's got to get that VMI ASAP, money, or at least get a label or manager who can handle the business. He means BMI, guys. You know how, autocorrect, you know how that is. But it's true. Fuck your sneakers, fuck your music video, forget all of that glitz and glamour shit. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter in the end because of the fact that you are not a legitimate artist. And I hate to say it, but it's true. You are not a legitimate artist. You know what? I am a legitimate artist. And I'm not rubbing that in nobody's face, but I'm going to show you guys. Don't laugh at my little phone. This is my business phone, guys, okay? And these are for people that are tuned in. Okay, so I'm going to go into my wallet on my Apple phone, right? What is this? As you guys can see, I got my cards here. Oh, y'all don't need to see all of that. But you see, I got my cards here. ASCAP, my author name and my author name and my composer. Okay. These are cards that, literally, like if I wanted to scan something, like scan my credit card or something on my phone for the Apple Pay, it's in my wallet on my Apple Pay. So all you mofos is sat there talking about Minx, I don't give a fuck if you're published or not. You guys are seeing it for yourself. I have no reason to lie. That's all you guys say to people. What that IPI number look like. And as you see, Minx Couture Music, and that says ASCAP. Why would I lie about that? I am published. You guys need to get published too. And you get two numbers. It's not just one. So any company that tells you that you're only getting one number, that's not true. Because you have to have your government, your government name, and you also have to have your artist name. There's two names. Two people have to get paid. You're the artist and the composer. Like, wake up. Or do I have to get someone from ASCAP on the show? Dan says, I had an indie artist. Hold on. I keep forgetting I got the comments up here now. He says, I had an indie artist 8 talking about work. You got to get your documents right first before promoting. Exactly. Because somebody steals your shit. That's it. Somebody steals your shit. That's it. How are you going to be able to prove that in court? You're going to be dealing with a 50 cent situation. You're going to sue the artist and then lose and then have to pay their fucking fees. And then what? Be trolled out? It doesn't make any sense. So, again, shout out to everybody that's tuned in. This is just very important, Jules. It's just important that artists need to know this. You need to get yourself correct because at the end of the day, and let's just be realistic here, there is no label out here signing an artist that doesn't have everything together. Okay? That's like going to a bank, trying to buy a house, and you just have the vision of the house. You have no deposit, you have no good credit history, you have no work history. What bank is going to give you a mortgage? Getting a record deal is a loan. That's why it's called an advance. You tell them, look, I got a video, I'm have publishing, I have this, I have that. All my producers that or all the beats that I got secured are cleared. They're great. I will not face any lawsuits. Um, my look, I got a stylist, I got this, I got that, I got videos, everything's down packed. You gotta be the full package. They are not signing artists that they gotta hold their hand. They want everything already legit. So if you what up, Mav? If you walk into a label and you're like, I want to be signed, and you sit down in a boardroom and they ask you, do you have this? Do you have that? And you say no, you done wasted their time. They're going to text their friends and tell them to blacklist your ass. We got to start thinking smart. Be prepared. And I'm not trying to sound like Scar here. Be prepared. A lot of you artists are not prepared. I even told my homie last night, I said, I'm not ready. Not that I'm not prepared, but this is the question of the night I want you guys to ponder on before you go to sleep tonight. If a label was to hit you up and say to you, we want to give you an advance, so $175,000, but you must fly out tonight. We will pay for the airfare. We will pay for your hotel. You can only bring your carry-on luggage. Can you leave tomorrow? Can you get on that plane? Will your family understand? If you are a parent, do you have a babysitter that's going to ride with you? Will your job understand that if something doesn't work out, is it secure enough? Will you be able to come back to that job if things don't work out? We're all caught up in this dream that someone's going to come along and take our hand to stardom. But a lot of us are not prepared. Maverick says, are you able to make that sacrifice? My answer is for my own self, because you got to be real with yourself. Don't even lie to social media. You don't even have to write your thoughts or answers in the comments, guys, because we got YouTube and Periscope tuned in. But I'll tell you from my own self, I told my homie, and I actually said this in tears. Let me not tear up again. I said, look, I'm not ready for that. Let's just be honest here. I would not be ready. So even though people send me opportunities, I get producers, signed producers that want to work with me. I don't want to waste their time because I want to be ready. He says it could happen that way. However, most of these industry folks are looking to bend your ass over. Mav. Shout out to Maverick. Reach out to him for them beats. He got them exclusives. Really dope producer. We got to start being real with ourselves, guys. How bad do you guys want this? A lot of y'all just want to be internet famous. Let's just be real. You don't want to put the hard work and effort into it. You're not going to want to travel. You're not going to want to wake up in a hotel room every night. You're not going to want to be eating out of gas stations because you got to do emergency sessions to fix a song or something like that. We got to be honest with ourselves. Are you ready? And the answer is no for me. I'm saying no. I'm not ready. I'm not going to waste nobody's time. I want to be the full package. Okay? I want to be the full package. I want to present a full package to the industry so that this way I know exactly how much money. If they say here's 175,000, you know what's going to be in the bank? 175,000. Okay. He says, and that shit's 24/7. It's 20. No one has lived in a studio. I lived in a studio for an entire year when I recorded my first album. Okay. I was sleeping on the couch, a pull-out couch. And it wasn't even like it was, it was cool and everything. There was no Instagram and shit like that back then. I'm not showing my age. but you didn't have time to, play. You were there to work. And there was times that I actually fucking broke down and cried. I was like, I don't feel like recording today, man. I just want to smoke. I just want to chill. SJC Flawless says, I see what you're saying though, but where's the contract? Exactly. Exactly. There's people I know people that took that leap. They got a letter or they reached out and they took the flight and they did all of this stuff and they had their whole family rooting for them and then the next thing you know, they got shelved. We have an artist we're going to be pushing out first, so you're going to just have to hang tight. like the cops. You're going to have to hang tight. D Rhyme says living in a studio is real. Oh my gosh. As a vocalist, I don't know if some singers are here. We know, and there's a couple of rappers that like to sing their hooks. Here's a thing that they tell you: you cannot eat cheese before recording because cheese messes up your vocals, right? And I'm sitting there, and I'm getting ready to eat a cheese pizza, and the engineer is like, wait, what are you doing? I was like, I'm hungry. Like my pizza was breakfast. I'm hungry. I need to eat. He goes, you gonna eat cheese? I said, yeah. Then you're not recording today. I was like, what? They are strict, guys. They are strict. They don't want you to take pictures. That's why some of these dudes that, they act like that, they in the lab, and they're like, oh, see, we working. Oh, we working. You can't do that in a real studio setting. No, you're not supposed to leak anything out. Everybody wants a deal, but they don't want the deal. SJC said Driller woke up and tweaked it a little bit. Okay. Okay, you right. Got the comments flowing in. I guess everybody came in from clubbing. I only keep the podcast for an hour, like an hour, and we're almost an hour and 15. I started late. But yeah, you can't take videos. You can't sit there look at my man's, because celebrities come through. D Rhyme knows what I'm talking about. This is why I think D Rhyme sees what I'm a real deal here. We got a comment here. Honestly, he said, fuck being famous. I'm about to start doing my own music and focus on me. Fuck these I want fire free beat ass lames. Tired of these motherfuckers. I'm cool with doing my own music and building my little. I didn't see the rest of that. Hold on. Building my little royalty checks on my own. You right. You right. D Rhyme, you know what I'm talking about. He's like, video is a no no. No, you can't take no videos, honey. D Rhyme is also gonna agree with me when I say this. You know, nighttime, like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. That's when you wake up, and this has happened to me. I woke up, I went to go use the bathroom, and there was a big commotion, bunch of niggas hanging out. And I go and I look. I can't say who the celebrity is, cause you know. And I go and I look, and it's a known celebrity, and I'm in my PJs, and I was like, "Is this like?" I thought I was dreaming. It's like, is this real? And is this really happening? I couldn't believe it, but the kid in me wanted me to take my phone out and say, "Oh my God, I'm gonna take a picture," but can't do that. So if you guys don't mind living in secrecy for 6 to 12 months, if you don't mind being in the studio every single day with the engineer saying, you got to do that again because, you kind of breathed wrong, or you have to do this again because I didn't, I heard a popping noise. You got to record that whole verse again. They don't do punch-ins. Most real engineers do not do punch-ins. So if you trying to be rapping like you got like some Eminem in you, you got to deliver it each and every time. The energy has to be the same. Um, Dan says you can't be starstruck. You can't, because then they're gonna be like, "What are you doing?" You know what I'm saying? Photography. You go to sleep after doing a session from 7 o'clock in the morning until about 1 o'clock in the morning the next day, and then 3 o'clock in the morning. The only time a photographer that the in-house studio has is available is at 3 o'clock in the morning. So now you gotta take pictures like it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And studio rates ain't cheap. You absolutely right, SJC Flawless. This is a lifestyle. He said, say that shit right till you get it. Exactly. So you guys feel me. You guys know what I'm talking about. So, again, I want to close off the show. I want to say a lot of you artists that I have met online. Maverick says, I always told my engineer to run it from the top. Pause. You sound like a New Yorker. Oh, yeah, you are a New Yorker. I keep forgetting. You were from here, Maverick. Minx is going to get personal. I want to say from the bottom of my heart that I appreciate each and every single one of you that hangs out with me every Friday night, everyone that hypes up my episodes, everyone that has been buying the shirts. I don't know if y'all seen it, but Minx Radio. The artists that I have met along the way. I mean, I have been doing music for almost 13 years. Okay. And everyone I have met, I have never met. Like, I don't know you guys personally. Like, I've never physically met you guys, but I feel like I've known a lot of you since forever. And you guys believe in me as much as I believe in you. And I care about you guys as much as you care about your craft. And I am here to help. I'm not hanging up my mic. I'm just I'm kind of doing the thing that Mav is doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just creating songs and just putting them out there, and I'm not going for the deal no more. Like, I actually accepted that. I was like, I'm not going for the deal anymore. I'm not going for the fame anymore. I just want to enjoy meeting artists and networking with you guys and doing the podcast and just creating an opportunity for artists where back in the day we did not have shit like this. It was a lot harder for us to promote ourselves. It was a lot harder for us to talk in these types of discussions. And, you know, I just appreciate each and every one of you that believes in the brand. And there's so many different radio stations, there's so many different podcasts out here. But I do what I do because I genuinely do care about you guys. And to the next generation that's coming in, I'm hoping that I can be the face where I'm going to be that stop, you know, along the journey, along their musical journey. I'm trying to be that pit stop. Like, in order to make it, you got to be on Minx Radio. Or you got to be on the Minx Show podcast. And I'm going to keep grinding and I'm going to keep pushing. This is episode 10. Episode 11 is coming. That's going to be the relationship episode, because a lot of people, I said to people, do you guys want me to talk about what it's like to be in a relationship as an artist? And everyone has replied back to me, yes. So I'm going to get my artist that won his interview. I'm going to get him on as well. But next week, it's going to be the relationship episode. It's going to be called 808s and Heartbreaks. An ode to Kanye. No, it's going to be called 808s and Heartbreaks. Anyone that is tuned in, you guys can reach out to me online, submissions at minxradio.com, so that you guys can submit your relationship story or your relationship question, and I'm going to be addressing that. It's going to be personal because it's going to be personal because we're talking about relationships. Does your bae support you? Does your mom support you? Does your dad support you? But that doesn't really matter. Does your bae support you? Is your bae a jealous asshole? You know, is your bae going to get on the plane with you in that $175,000 scenario? Are they going to get in the plane with you and rock with you? Very important. So next Friday, 10 o'clock, The Minx Show podcast, 808s and Heartbreaks. Make sure you let everybody know if you have people that are on your timeline and complaining about their girl not letting them go to the studio because they just not being very helpful. Tell them that they got to tune in because we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to have the phone lines open and I'm going to have people calling in and giving their questions or whatever. He says, is Bay ready for the life? Is Bay ready for the life? He says, the bigger, Maverick says, the bigger question is if you're fucking Bay insecure or secure. See, this is why we need this episode, guys. This is why we need this episode. So I said, we never talked about relationships on here, but it's very important that we do. So again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Very, very important stuff that went down. And I do appreciate you guys rocking with me and promoting me. And let's just keep this platform going. And everyone that's networking in the comments, that's what I'm here for. I love you guys. But it's going to be big. This is going to be a big episode, and it might be 2 hours. I may need a panel. I think I want to have a male and a female, a male artist and a female artist that's in a relationship currently or has been in a relationship with someone that did not trust them, or he says, let's connect. Yeah, reach out to Maverick. Look, I've known Maverick since those studio days, actually, when I was living in the studio. I was living in the studio, and Maverick was like my texting buddy, and I was just like, I can't do this, and and he always really held it down. So y'all need beats, hit him up. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I gotta get on. My other, because you guys heard when the show first started, we had some a beat by Megs the Great, and hold on, let me switch this over. I'm gonna close out the show with a beat from 759. Showing off for the female producers, like real talk. There's a lot of us out here. 759, are you in the room still? I want you to tell me. He says, you got me getting my beats back on SoundCloud. 759 has a beat tape out called the Cook Up Volume 2. And again, she was my other panel on last Friday. She was a part of the panel. I need more female producers. I'm about to play one right now. I don't know if 759 is still in the room. All right, so we're going to get this track on. This is one of 759 beats. This is 759. Again, she was on our panel last week. This is her beat. Uh, uh. What? Don't let me start spitting the 16 up in here. Yo, I don't freestyle, my style is expensive. All you fucking bitches copy me, you're just renting. Uh, don't let me get repentant. Y'all don't want these bars. I have no writtens memorized. I gotta work on that. He said you too late. So again, that's the cook up. That's the Cook Up Volume 2 by 759 Beats. Make sure y'all check her out on SoundCloud. She has an entire beat tape, just like Megan, Meg's the Great. He says, "Yo, I like it. Been over here freestyling. Yo, y'all got to check out these beat tapes. You know, these women. You know, we releasing beat tapes. I'm actually working on the beat tape. I haven't told nobody. You know, I didn't want like say anything about that. But yes, I am working on a beat tape as well. So make sure you follow her. I'm actually going to post up on the website how you guys can get in contact. Um, and yeah, that's the show, guys. He says, "Funny, I'm horrible about memorizing my writtens. I only got one written memorized, and I was like young, and it's like I don't think I can even use that. I don't even think I can use it. Let me see. I am Minxie Minx, aka Miss Amazing. These new rap bitches are just hoes that need saving. I feel like I'm draking. I'm getting all emotional. I've been to the lab picking. I've been to the lab mixing all of my potions, yo. Where these hoes talking about they getting money when I'm the main author of Swag for Dummies. My lyrics nourish your mind like Vita gummies. So have a shot of Pedialyte for your weak tummy. I am not a problem, I'm a major crisis. The best kept secret about to break the silence was in the peaceful state. I'm bringing the violence, and there is no dispute. Minx is the nicest. Fuck a Barbie gimmick, I produce and rap my lyrics. If you someone educated, man, the streets don't want to hear it. You fucking with my spirit. You fucking with my destiny. I'm hitting you with easy bars. Open book test to me. Those are that's my only remember that's the only written that I have remembered actually. I didn't even think I was gonna remember it. That was my favorite line too. I'm hitting you with easy bars. Open book test to me. Damn. It's like, damn, Mings, you didn't have to hit them like that. Um, features. I got features on deck. I got a couple of songs. This is the after show now because the podcast has been done. I got features for days. Okay. I'm just not really, I'm not really sure what to do with them. I plan on doing like a separate podcast for that though, guys, because there's just so many people just stealing shit. Like I get so scared. I get so scared to even showcase any of my shit. Um, so what I'll do, when I finish setting up the rebranding of minxradio.com, I'm going to be having private lives. I'm going to be making beats live again. Yes. I'm going to be showcasing beats again. Yes. And it's just going to be straight up production shit. So you guys can be ready for that. I will need a ton of producers to submit because what I kind of want to do it like an auction, you know, like this is the best producer or whatever, and we're gonna showcase, and I'm gonna look in the comments. Okay, um, he says lock and key got to be like that. Yes, and I said I'm gonna have a producer in the Skype chat, and we're gonna talk about the beat that you put up, and then you were gonna have the like an auction, like okay, $50, we got $50, okay, we got $55, $55, okay, this nigga's broke, okay, $60, $60. I'm gonna be doing that, just to help producers be able to, you know, and I want to do it like just your throwaways. Like, let's get rid of these fucking throwaways. Like, what's the point of your throwaways sitting around collecting dust? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of that? So it's gonna be that. And what the fuck is my dog barking about? Fucking always barking about some shit. But anyway, we're going to be marketing the throwaways, not your best, but the throwaways. You know, I'm pretty sure you guys wouldn't mind making $50 off a throwaway. So let's make it happen. So make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Um, hit me up behind the scenes. Hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, um, minxradio.com, all of that. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys soon. Get the merch. The merch. Minx Radio. T-shirts, hoodies, all that at minxradio.com. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy your evening.